Hello there, Jamie here from the Center for Aligned Living. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video today. I'm back. I took a hiatus, yes I did. Had to take care of some things in my personal life, and I just was not in a position. I had to take care of my responsibilities, and I did not feel as though it was a time for me to really be posting anything. I just had to go inward and work some things out, and I did that, and I'm on the other side of it now, and it was scary. Big decisions sometimes are very scary, but if you want to end up with the life that you want, you have to make these decisions. Even not making the decision is making a decision. So that's what I was going to talk to you about. It's all about this year, devotion to feeling better. And how do we feel better? We do the internal work. We stop pointing our fingers at other people, and we take personal responsibility for our lives and where we are and what we want. And we have to really listen to our inner guidance. We have to align with our inner guidance and listen to what it has to say and follow that. We need to stop blaming other people for our positions in life, and we have to take personal responsibility. Remember, responsibility is your ability to respond in any given situation. You have a choice, and choice is your superpower, okay? So just remember that. You're constantly making choices. I'm making a choice to recommit to making the videos and to reaching out and being of service to people. And that is a choice that I'm making. It was a choice for me to take a little break there and to clean some things up internally. But if you're having a hard time making the decisions, let me tell you, there's a formula. First, you have to align with your inner being. You have to quiet your mind, and you have to turn off all the distractions, the external sources, other people's opinions. Huge for me. I mean, why on God's green earth would I ever, and I did it for a long time, I would place someone else's opinion higher than my own feelings. Do you do that? Let's try to steer back towards ourselves. Be centered with your inner being so that you can make choices for yourself, okay? Other people's opinions, they're coming from their perspective. Only you know your unique perspective based on your life experiences and how you've interpreted them and carried them with you, etc., etc. So maybe it needs to be, in order for you to feel better, maybe you should do some internal work on that, and you can do it. So first of all, we quiet our minds and we listen. And just quieting the mind, it's just, you start to reset. Pull your spirit back in. Pull yourself in no matter where you are. If a portion of you is, if you're trying to meditate or whatever, and a portion of you is off at work or at school or with your children or with your parents, just pull yourself back. Leave it with a blessing. Come into yourself. Trust me, you will be doing everyone else a favor if you take care of yourself. That's how we change the world, is by changing ourselves, okay? Personal responsibility. So, bring yourself in. Call your spirit back. Quiet the mind and just reset. And if that's all you can do, that's all you can do. We don't need to do this for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever. I mean, when I first started meditating, there was no way that I was going to be able to do that. It was just like quick hits, And then with running, it helped me quiet my mind, and so I was able to do it longer and longer if I wanted to. Some days, it's like a super zip up, It's just like, or as soon as I get out of bed, I just, when you get used to it, you get there faster. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, so I strongly recommend, if you can't do it for very long, just start. If you do it for a minute, great. If you do it for 5 minutes, great. And it could fluctuate. Just meet yourself where you are, okay? So that's that. If you're having a hard time making a decision, if you're like, oh, I could go with A and blah, 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 or I could go with B and blah, 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 blah. And you're stuck right there because you can't choose. Quiet the mind. Feel A. Put yourself in the scenario of A. You're not going to know everything that's ever going to happen, but just feel it. And then do the same with B. And whichever one resonates with you, with your inner being, that's the route to go at this time, okay? You could always change courses. And the only thing you're going to get are two different sets of experiences. They may be wildly different. They may be not what you expected. But you just pay attention and really start to hone in on how you feel. And get out of the whiny, get out of the blaming, get out of the victimhood, and start to think, how do I feel right now? How can I feel a little better? If it's all vibration and it's all energy, then think to yourself, how can I elevate myself right now in this given situation? And if you can't, maybe you can't. Maybe you just, stoically suck it up and get through whatever it is, and that's fine. You can feel better in a little bit. Or know that you're going to feel better once you just get it done, right? So don't procrastinate. It just makes it bigger. Guilty. Just address things. Quiet your mind, and consider how you feel with choices. And whichever choice feels best, then go with that. You can always, look at me, you can always, when you realize you've strayed too far off of course, you correct, okay? As long as you're alive, as long as you're breathing, you can correct, all right? So, and ask yourself, what do you want? Don't think about your parents. Don't think about people need to be considered, absolutely, if you have commitments. Like, I have to consider my children when I'm making decisions. Period. End of discussion. I brought them into this world. They are my personal responsibility to a certain degree, and if I'm making big life-changing decisions, I need to consider them. Okay? But I also need to consider myself. Okay? Because if you don't consider yourself when you're making decisions, I don't know how you're going to end up with the life you want. I don't know how you're going to end up happy. I don't know how you're not going to have some resentment build up there. And those, we've got a lot of that going on in the world. I think, if we just look around, imagine the positive impact that we would have if we all just started taking personal responsibility for our own actions, our own words. What if when we're throwing the word love around, what if we actually brought into it understanding? What if we just tried to understand? And if we can't, grasp it, at least you'll get, that's your perspective. Okay, well, I have something slightly different. This is mine. You can be you and I can be me, Wow. I don't know. It's food for thought. I think we all just want to feel better. And I'm here to help. I'm here to be of service if you are stuck. If you need a reading or counseling or anything, just reach out. And I'm happy to be of service to you. And I hope that wherever you are, whenever you're watching this video, just keep in mind that you do have personal choices. You can make new choices for yourself. You can change. Big thing, we'll talk about this next week, is what's on your mind. You really do have control over your thoughts. It may not feel like it, but even if it's as simple as when you're spiraling, right? When you're in the negativity whirlpool, if you say to yourself, right now I'm making a conscious decision to be negative. So then even it kind of stops the pattern, in a way, and you can start to ratchet yourself up, start to climb back out of the rabbit hole, out of the whirlpool of negativity, because that's not where we want to live. I don't think you'd be watching this video if that's what resonates with you. And I think it does resonate with a lot of people because they don't know anything any different. But that's not going to get us where we want to be, I don't think. And I don't think it's helping humanity or our planet or evolution. So I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next week. Take care.